Another very interesting day for Mack Brown. What the UT head football coach wants most from his new boss, and the line from a big-time UT booster that left everyone laughing. Your Bmw Sports Report is next.
I do understand and want to be honest that we got to hold up our end. They're going to hold up their end because they're really good, and that's what our bunch has to do.
You're really good at this.
Well, no.
Really good at this.
No, but it is true.
Mack Brown's pre-Alamo Bowl press conference was like many before it. Hype for the opponent, jokes for the coach, praise for the bowl. On a day when everything was completely out of the ordinary, the UT coach made everyone feel anything but. Except for that one part when he had to address the fact this might be his last bowl game at Texas.
There's been a little speculation about my job situation throughout this week. If some of you haven't noticed, my situation has not changed.
Brown, of course, led the Horns to an Alamo Bowl win last year at the club at Sonterra in San Antonio. Mack Brown sat comfortably next to Oregon head coach Mark Helfrich today. After 16 seasons at Texas, Brown's job is now wavering in the balance. His words today were the first in public since reports surfaced that he'll step down. After denying that earlier this week, Coach Brown is now just looking for some time to talk with his new boss.
Anytime that your athletic director changes, that changes the game. So with all due respect to him, I want to sit down with he and Bill in the near future and talk about where we're going and where our program's going.
It does get personal, no way around it. I think that Mack has earned the right to choose whatever he wants to do, whether he wants to stay or whether he wants to go. I'm hoping he's there next year just like he is this year.
That meeting Brown referred to has not taken place yet, in part because of that Board of Regents meeting today. After his San Antonio trip, Brown bolted for Beaumont. He went to recruit Ozen High School cornerback Tony Brown. To be a fly on the wall in Tony Brown's house the last 2 days. Mack on hand today, one day after. Who else? Nick Saban, who spent time recruiting Brown to Alabama. Saban, of course, has popped up as a candidate to replace Mack Brown if he decides to step down. Brown's meeting with the media for the first time since rumors started flying he will resign left a lot of questions unanswered. KITV's Adam Winkler was with me in San Antonio, where Mack was mum on his future, but a big-time supporter was not.
Answers to questions at Thursday's press conference, an event held at a golf club, were par for the course for a coach trying to debunk rumors of his impending resignation.
We're here to talk about the Alamo Bowl and these two teams and our great matchup. We're not here to talk about me.
Before shifting the focus to his team's matchup with Oregon, Mack Brown briefly discussed a meeting that is expected to take place prior to the bowl game, and one with much more at stake.
We've hired what I think is a great athletic director in Steve Patterson. I want to sit down with he and Bill in the near future and talk about where we're going and where our program's going.
The media contingent was more Super Bowl than Alamo Bowl, and although Mack failed to provide any noteworthy news, one press conference attendee did deliver quotes that will be read all over.
You can't really say anything that will stop speculation on something like this.
Red McCombs, a high-profile UT booster who founded the Alamo Bowl, backs Mack.
If you could find a reason to get rid of a guy like that, you'd really have to reach.
McCombs is widely regarded as one of Mack Brown's biggest supporters, but he's also a straight shooter. And according to Red, should Mack decide to leave, UT finding the money to lure Nick Saban away from Alabama, well, that won't exactly take divine intervention.
When Mack came there, budgets were an issue. They're not an issue now. Hell, all the money that's not in the Vatican is up at UT.
And remember, the Catholic Church underwent a rare change in leadership this year, so money might not be the only thing UT has in common with the Vatican. For the Bmw Sports Report, I'm Adam Winkler.
All right, Wink. Meanwhile, in College Station, Texas A&M has inked head coach Kevin Sumlin to a new deal that will keep him in Aggieland through 2019. Sumlin's salary jumps up $2 million to $5 million annually. While Sumlin is locked in, his quarterback still has a big decision to make. Johnny Manziel told reporters tonight he thinks he is ready for the NFL, but he won't announce a decision until after the Aggies bowl game. Anthony Farah did not win the Lou Groza Award tonight, but he did earn a spot on the Walter Camp All-America team. Farah is joined as a first-teamer by UT defensive end Jackson Jeffcoat. Farah is the second UT place kicker ever to make the team. Russell Erksleben did it back in 1978. Jeffcoat is the fifth Horn defensive end named to the squad. That's it for your BMW Sports Report. Walt and Judy are back after this.